Welcome back to MSNBC, the place for politics. We have confirmed that Senator Hillary Clinton will accept the Secretary of State job, but at least one Washington columnist has a few thoughts warning Obama of a bumpy road ahead. Joining me now, David Ignatius, columnist with the Washingrton Post. David, you have so much experience in foreign policy, and you wrote that the idea of subcontracting foreign policy to Clinton, a big, hungry, needy ego surrounded by a team that's hungrier and needier still, strikes me as a mistake of potentially enormous proportions. It would, at a stroke, undercut much of the advantage Obama brings to foreign policy. And because Clinton is such a high visibility figure, it would make almost impossible, at least through the State Department, the kind of quiet diplomacy that will be needed to explore options. What do you really think?
Well, that said it, and I think that the opportunity that Barack Obama has in foreign policy is enormous. And I think that because I've traveled the world a little bit since the election, and the excitement overseas about this new president, about the change he represents, is palpable. You hear it in every capital. You read it as you read statements throughout the Middle East from people who have been very hostile to us. They're looking at this and saying, you know, this is different. To have a president whose middle name is Hussein, for starters, is a big change. So this is the opportunity that the Obama administration has, and the president's personal input in foreign policy is critical. To subcontract that to Hillary Clinton, who's a superstar, and this is not just any cabinet secretary. This is a person who, just because of who she is, because she's a former First Lady, because she will travel, at least, you know, spiritually with Bill Clinton, is going to be different. And she may do enormous things, enormous good, but I worry that she'll undercut the things that Barack Obama could do. So, you know, oddly, I think this is almost the only job that I wouldn't recommend Hillary Clinton for. She's a woman of huge talent, but I don't think this is the right place.
Just to play devil's advocate, the counter-argument would be that she is such a big player that this shows such self-confidence on his part that she is already probably more popular overseas than domestically here for a lot of the work she did, even as First Lady, on women's issues, and very well respected by the military from her work on Armed Services Committee in the Senate, won her trips to Iraq and Afghanistan. So you could argue that she has a big footprint, but that if she signs on to this, she's saluting Barack Obama's foreign policy.
Yes, the question is how much space is there available for these big personalities? I think almost by definition, if Hillary Clinton is Secretary of State, there'll be less space available for personal diplomacy by the President, Barack Obama. And as I've just argued, I think that might be unfortunate. But look, these are smart people. If they decide to go ahead with it, they'll figure out rules of the road. She is gifted. The world esteems her. They esteem her husband, Bill Clinton, enormously. So, you know, it's not the end of the world. I'm just saying that there is a particular opportunity here, and it'd be a shame if it was lost.
And one quick question about Jim Jones, a large figure and a powerful one. As a national security advisor, he could be a pretty good traffic cop.
Well, if you're going to have this team, a team of rivals, is Doris Kearns Goodwin's phrase, but, you know, team of elephants, you might say. I mean, these are big personalities. If you're going to have a team of elephants, then having somebody, a former Marine, four-star general, Jim Jones, a man who's 6'6", a man nobody's going to mess with as your traffic cop, playing the role of national security advisor makes some sense. So, you know, I like that, and Jim Jones is a very talented person. You know, this team is coming into focus a little bit better.
David Ignatius, big treat to see you. Thank you very much.